Okay, so creating a standing seam metal roof panel for Butler is the MR-24 panel, and once you've created that panel, you want to load that into your project. And now it's going to show up in your profiles. And we're going to put this on our roof using that same sweep method. Okay, so we want to go look at our building as a isometric or a 3D view of it like this. And again, I want to change it to a just a hidden view of it. But if we recall back to when we put our purlin and panel roof on our building before, we actually have a metal panel up there. It just doesn't show, right? So if I click on this roof and go look at the properties of that roof, it's a basic roof, 9.5-inch purlin roof, we said. And I'm going to edit the type. So I want you all to do this. Edit the type. Go to the structure. And on the structure, we have inside the core, we have the purlin, or girt, that's 9.5 inches. And above that, we have the 1.25-inch metal panel. Well, if we're going to put a standing seam metal panel on, we have to take this one off. So let's click on that one and delete it. So now our roof changed. We got rid of the metal panel, and the only thing we have on it now is the purlin. So our roof changed a little bit, and now it's just the girt, or the purlin is all that's showing up there. And I think for ease of determining this, I'm going to click on my gutters and gable trim. Just on this end probably, and hide them in the view temporarily. Okay, so I'm really just looking at the metal panel coming up to the purlin roof. So while we're in this view, I'm going to go to Component, Model in Place, and we're going to model in place another roof component. And I'm going to call it my MR-24. MR-24 standing seam roof panel. Okay, and then I'm going to create another sweep. I have to set the work plane to the end of the building. And pick the plane. And I want to make sure I'm on the right plane, so I'm going to show the plane. And I can see that it's on the plane. I can shut that off again. And now I'm going to go and sketch the path for the standing seam metal roof. And I'm going to lock on to this corner. I'm going to go up and lock on to the peak. Now make sure you're getting right on the peak or your roof won't be right. And I'm going to go back over, and we're not going all the way to the gutter, we're just going to the corner of the building. And we've sketched the path that we're going to put our panel on. Okay? So I can finish the path, then I'm going to go and find my profile. MR-24 standing seam profile, and I put it on the path. So it automatically puts it on those crosshairs. But look what happened to mine. It's standing up instead of laying on the roof, right? When you put yours in, it might do that also. If it does, we can rotate it. And we can rotate it by clicking on this one and lay it on the roof. Okay? So you can rotate it if it comes in wrong. Okay, so now that it's laying on my roof, I should be able to finish that and put that one panel on my roof. And then I can finish that. Okay, now if I go look at my building with color, it again put that roof on as a green roof. And I can change the material of that by editing in place. And going to the category, and I could create a new category, make it a galvanized roof if I wanted to, or a white roof, or I can match my gutters, which I'm going to do here, and I'll say OK, and now it's a brown roof. Now in my case here, you'll see that it looks a little gray here, like I have that I probably have that. I probably didn't grab exactly on the right corner down here when I put that on. And I'm just going to finish that. So I must have this profile line, sweep line, a little bit too low, and I probably have to move that a little bit. I'm going to look at it from the east end. It looks like it's in the right spot, but I can probably work with that a little bit later. But so let's go back and look at it as the isometric again. Or let's look at it from the south elevation. Excuse me. If I look at it from the south elevation, there it is, my metal panel. And now I should be able to copy that multiple times from this location to this location. Well, it won't because what? It's locked, I suppose, huh? It's locked to that. It's locked onto this plane, right? The end of the building plane. So I'd have to edit in place, click on it, and unlock it. Okay, because it's locked to that end plane. Then I can finish that. And now I can go back to my south elevation. Click on the panel, copy it multiple times from here. And so on. Just keep copying it down the roof until I have my entire roof done. Okay, so go ahead and do that. And if you have any trouble, I'll come around and help you. Okay, so once you get your roof on, it should end up showing you the standing seam metal roof, depending on which kind of view you're looking at it from. You'll see that. Now, on a set of drawings, would you have to do this? Could we, we could have just called out our roof as having 9.5-inch purlins and a MR-24 standing seam roof and put it in there, and you wouldn't have the lines on the roof and so forth. And you wouldn't have all these ridges showing up on your roof. And that would be satisfactory for a lot of projects where you don't need to have maybe a rendering that would show it exactly as it is. What this does is when you create your rendering now, you will have the real look of this roof on it, right? If you didn't put the profile of the standing seam metal roof on your rendering, you would just see a flat roof up there, which might be all right for some situations, but if you want to get really precise, you can do stuff like that. Okay. The other thing I want you to try do now, and I'm not going to demonstrate this, but on a metal building you're going to have corner trims, right? And our corner trims are going to be 4 inches each way of the corner. So you need to create a profile that you could either extrude up the corners or you could put on a path using a sweep. You could do it either way, but I'll let you do that. So the profile of the corner trim then will probably be 4 inches each way, and make that corner trim 1/8 inch thick or something. And see if you can get that to work on your building. Again, the corner trim could be the same color as the wall panels of your building to match the panels, or it could be the color of your roof and downspouts and so forth, right? Gutters. So it's up to you, whatever you want to do, but I want to see if you can do that one on your own. You can do it either way. You can use an extrusion, or you can use the path and put a sweep on it. Either way works. Okay?